Hi, this is Ted Leslie with MyBikerAttorney with another episode of Let Out the Clutch. Tonight, my guest is a friend of mine, Daniel Sawin. Say hello.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having
Now,
me on, Ted.
I've known you for a couple of years now. We don't go way back, but I met you through the adventure riding world. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we met when Brett came to the Eurotech that day.
Yeah, that day, Brett Tax, right?
Yep, correct.
Yeah. Now, he's got some pretty cool videos, and I enjoy following him as well. Maybe we can get him on the show someday. That'd be kind of fun.
Mhm.
He was
That'd
with
be
his friend
awesome. Yeah.
Paul, wasn't he?
I'm not exactly sure. I believe
I think
so.
it was
Yeah, I
his
think they were
sidekick
traveling.
of the guy that rides
Yeah,
travels with him.
yeah, I believe so.
All right. Well, tell me, how'd you get into motorcycles?
Um, I started riding years ago. I had a crotch rocket, but I wrecked it and took a long break from riding, and eventually got myself a Honda Grom, a little 125. I started back on. And then I was actually up in the mountains and I seen some guys ride by on some adventure bikes. And I just, right then, I knew that's what I wanted. So I kind
What
of
were you
set
doing with a
my
Grom?
sights on
And what were you
a
doing with a
Grom. I was just
Grom in the
riding to work.
mountains?
Oh,
Okay.
no. I was in a, no, see, yeah, so we backpedal on that. No, I was actually in an SUV. I'd went over Ophir Pass and this is actually where I was at. And then I saw those guys just going over like nothing. And I was like, wow, that's what I got to have. And
So
so I
what was your
started looking
first
around
adventure
and
bike?
it's the BMW F700 that I have right now.
Okay, so you're still in
Yeah,
your first adventure
18
bike
model.
then.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah. I've
So
totaled it out and still riding it.
so when you started doing the adventure riding, did you take classes like Dragoo's class, or what'd you do?
No, I just kind of watched a lot of YouTube and learned the hard way. Really, I I I went off. I loaded up my bike. I had 700 miles on it. Took off on the TAT. Rode up to, got up into Colorado. I was in Lake City, and a guy was talking to me. I was telling him where I was headed, and he asked me. He said, "Do you stand up when you ride?" I was like, "Well, no." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Well, you better start." And once I got up there, I quickly learned why I needed to be standing.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot of reasons, and then I learned those through Dragoo class because I was a rider, not an off-road rider. So,
awesome.
um, so your 700 is what you still have today, and that's what you enjoy.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I want to get something a
That's
little bit lighter, but
Oh,
it's
so
a
you
good
want to go the
bike.
other way. You don't want to go to you don't want to go to the 1250 or whatever's in the
No,
current BMW.
I want to get out in the trails and the woods and things like that, and go to nastier places.
Some more of the single track
And
stuff.
yeah, and I don't have the skills that Ben has to take a 1200 out there.
I understand. So you've got an event coming up that I support, and I want to get the word out for it. So tell us about what you've got coming up in October.
This is the Moto Camp Tour. It takes it back to the original, the way that the GOAT rally was originally started, to where you loaded all your gear on your bike and you actually go on like a BDR style of trip and you go to the next campsite. We're going to be camping and we're going to go to the next campsite and camp again and then finish out the loop that way.
All right, let's talk.
Originally, I used to do this event, and when I started, we rode 250 miles each day on the goat loop, and it was just too much. Everybody was tired, worn out by and we were it was like a time crunch. So I've stretched it out, and I've lined up these other camping spots and trying to get back to the roots of where the how the goat started and what it's meant to be.
Let's jump to the end and then back up some. So the dates
Okay.
of this are coming up October what? Now the 25th.
25th through the 27th are the ride dates. The event actually starts on the 24th. Uh, so for people that are traveling, they can camp the night before and be ready to go because we're going to be
No.
starting off at like 8 in the morning on that Friday
All
of
right.
the
Now where's the
25th
start of the event?
at Lazy River Campground. It's right outside of Tahlequah, in between Tahlequah and Salem Springs.
Over by the Illinois.
Yeah, right on the Illinois River. Yep.
Okay. So they get there on the 24th. What do they expect?
Um, that night it's going to be pretty much just hang out and not really much of a plan. Just set up your tent and just lounging and having a good time. Thursday or Friday morning, we'll have a meeting that'll start at 8 a.m. Hopefully, we should have some donuts there from Daylight Donuts either on the Friday. If not, Friday we'll have some Saturday morning. So everybody's gonna load up, uh, I guess after a little riding meeting, I'm going to tell everybody kind of what's going to happen for the day, where we're going to have lunch, things like that, and make sure everybody kind of knows what's going on. And then we'll head out probably about 8:30, and
this is
we'll
dry
follow the
camp.
route from there. Yes.
Are there any cabins or any other opportunities there to hook up or anything?
There are. You have to kind of search those on your own. You would have to go to a different place, but they are available. At Lazy River, there are some cabins there. So the other place is Little Blue, and you would have to find some. There's like Airbnbs, or if you wanted a hotel, you'd have to probably go all the way to Bonita to get a good hotel.
So the 24th, they arrive, dry camping, bring your own cooking equipment, food, that sort of thing?
Yeah, we won't have any food on site at this one. We won't be too terribly far from going to get dinner. There are some dinner places nearby each one of the campgrounds. So it's not going to be out of the question to set up your tent, get everything's ready, and load back on your bike and ride 5 or 10 minutes to go get dinner.
What are the fees for the event?
It's $40 to register.
And what does that include?
So it's going to get your 3 nights of camping. You're going to get one of those stickers, the GPX files. Oh, I'm going to forget something here. I think that's it. So you also ADV Moto magazine. You're going to get a year subscription to ADV Moto magazine. That's a pretty big one.
Very nice. So the 24th is dry camping, 8:30 meeting in the morning, or is that when you're going to leave out?
8 o'clock. Yeah, I'm trying to get everybody there by 8, ready to go.
All right. So tell us what they need to bring besides a bike.
You're going to want to bring your tent. It's probably a nice warm sleeping bag. By the end of October, it's probably going to be pretty chilly in the mornings. That's kind of what we're shooting for. Pack as little and as light as you can. It's kind of been one of the big things that I've learned, especially if a person is new to camping off their motorcycle. I learned the hard way that you don't want to overpack. Pack as lightweight as you can. Only bring the bare minimum things you're going to need.
So you're camping off the motorcycle.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it's a little different from one that Gerald does at the Sooner, right?
Oh, yeah. This is a lot different deal.
This is a totally different concept.
Yeah, this is essentially, I'm trying to prepare people to go out on a BDR or a real adventure and be away from civilization and things like that. Even though we're not going to be far from the comforts that we need, but it's going to give you kind of the experience at the same time.
Well, I've been watching the videos that James Pratt and Matt Fleming were doing on navigation. That might be helpful to watch as well. But you're going to have routes for them as well. Is that right for this ride?
Yeah. They're emailed out as soon as you register. You have the GPX file there. But I expect pretty much everybody, we're all going to be going the same direction, and it's going to be really easy to group with people. So even if you're not unfamiliar with how to use your GPS, it'll be easy to just follow along.
And what are the lengths of the rides that day?
About 180 miles each day. So on Friday and Saturday, it'll be about 180 miles. On Sunday, it's going to be a little bit shorter. I don't know the exact mileage, but I expect everybody to be back about 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. That's for people that need to travel to get back home.
How about fuel issues? Are there going to be stops along the way for fuel?
There's plenty of fuel along the way. The longest place or the distance between is about 100 miles. That shouldn't be an issue. 180
miles. You have stops set up for breaks or for lunch and that kind of thing, or how does that plan out?
Yep. Yeah. There's stops along the route. It's essentially the main GOAT route that everybody enjoys, and it's just structured in a way we'll hit our camping spots and everything right on time.
So the route takes you to the next camping spot for the 25th then?
Correct. Yes.
And that'll be a different camping from where you started from. So you're taking a trip on the bike, basically.
Oh yeah. It'll be a trip. Yeah.
And what do they expect?
We'll make it.
Go ahead.
We'll make it all the way back to Lazy River on Sunday, back to where you started from. All
right. So
if anybody is unfamiliar with the area, you're going to be pretty much lost the whole time, and you're just going to show back up.
Well, what kind of services can they expect?
I mean, for phone service?
No, surfaces for the roads. The gravel, dirt.
Yeah, you're going to expect probably 70% gravel is probably a good estimate. There's some pavement, very little highway. There will be a couple short highway sections, but very little highway. Some nice curvy roads. Some of the paved stuff is nice and curved. But Yeah, the roads aren't too bad. There's a few sections. On Saturday, or say on Friday, there'll be a rough section, and on Sunday there'll be a rough section, but they can be easily avoided. You could go around them easy, and I'm going to go over that at the rider meeting.
So for those that are maybe concerned about their skill set, will there be obvious ways to go around the obstacles then, or are they more?
Oh, yeah. It'll be easy to see. As long as you've got the map pulled up, you can easily see which way to go around it with no problem.
Around the technical sessions?
Yeah. But they're not even that technical. It's some steep climbs, got some rough stuff up there, but nothing too crazy.
All right. Then on the 25th at that campground that night, same thing, dry camping, dinner on your own, or how does that work?
So yeah, you'll be getting dinner on your own. We'll be in Langley, or Disney, I should say. There's some restaurants not real far from there. Another thing I want to bring up while I'm thinking about it is there will be firewood available. I'm setting it up to where there'll be firewood available at the campgrounds. When you get there, you won't have to hustle around through the woods and trying to find wood and things like that to have a fire. I'll have it ready for you.
Very nice. And then the next day would be the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another 180-mile trip. Is that right?
Yeah, approximately.
And where does that end?
We'll be down in Brushy Lake, which is north of Sallisaw.
Very nice. Another dry camping?
Yeah, it'd be dry camping. There are showers at the campgrounds. In Disney, at Little Blue, all the campgrounds in Disney are connected together, so they share the facility at the top up by the dam. So if you do want to take a shower, you'll have to ride up to the shower, but it's not far. A couple miles.
And then on Sunday, what do they expect on Sunday?
Sunday will be a shorter day. We'll be leaving off. We're going to be going through the old stagecoach, hopefully, as long as the gate's been taken down. I don't know if you've seen some of the talk about that. We've been trying to get the commissioner in the Cherokee Nation to get a gate taken down by a local that put something up there, but it's getting taken care of. But then kind of the more famous fun sections on the way back is set for Sunday. It'd be a short and sweet day.
So the fun sections, can you give any kind of a peek to what that is?
Well, it's kind of the more rugged stuff that some of the people always go for. Everybody always asks, what's the best part to go ride on the goat? And a lot of times people get pushed down to the southeast corner, and kind of that's where we go on.
Now you mentioned two terms.
Anybody that's been on the goat kind of knows what to expect. I guess if you haven't been out there, it's not real bad. Like it's kind of almost like a trail when you're going through some of the section, but it's not bad.
All right, so you've thrown out some terms that I've heard and not everybody's heard. The TAT, the TAT. So just for those that don't know, what is that?
That is a Trans-America Trail. It runs from the East Coast to the West Coast, trying to stay on back roads most of the time. I haven't done the whole thing. I've done about half of it. I've still got a good chunk to do.
Is that on your list of things to accomplish?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I've made it all the way out to almost Massachusetts on going east. And then, so I started on another BDR once I got out that way, I guess. And then I made it all the way to Ouray, or Engineers Pass area.
And you talked about the GOAT Trail. Would you explain what that is so those that don't know as well?
And the GOAT is the Green Country Oklahoma Adventure Tour. It's a 500-mile, approximately, back road experience. A bunch of just scenic roads. All right.
and that's where you picked this route from, is a portion of the GOAT.
Yeah. We're essentially riding the original GOAT route for the Moto Camp Tour. So in the spring when I do the rally's broken up into like 1,000 miles of routes that are separate from what we're doing in the fall.
Very nice. So this event...
Yeah, that's a whole nother deal.
Right. And we'll talk about that. This coming up in April, is it not?
Correct.
All right. So this event here, if people want to find it, Daniel, how do they find the information?
You can get on our Facebook page. It's the easiest way to find it, Green Country Oklahoma Adventure Tour. And you can look in the featured section or the events, and you can find the links to get to the Moto Camp Tour and to the rally. Once you get there, there's a registration link in the details there. We'd register through RegFox.
Through what now?
Through Reg Fox.
Okay.
It's a
They need to register
company.
they need to register in advance, or can they register at the event?
They can register at the event. So T-shirts are available until the Sunday on the 6th. I'm going to cut off T-shirt sales. That way I can get them ordered and shipped till they'll be on time. But I'm going to leave registration open for any last minute people that want to register. So as soon as you register, you'll get a confirmation email, and it'll give you all the rest of the details that you'll need, including the GPX file.
Very nice. Anything else you want to tell the people before we say goodbye about the rally or the ride?
I'm excited that for everybody to show up. Really, it's been a lot of work putting this together, and it's exciting every time seeing everybody so happy and having a good time.
Now, how many do you expect to have?
That every time. I'm not really sure. We made it up with 50 or so for this event. There's a few other events that are going on around the same time, and the weekend before, weekend after, so they're taking some people away from it. Last year we had 80 people that showed up, but I know there were 33 registered as of this morning when I checked.
Very nice.
Yeah, but I know there's still a lot of people that are kind of waiting for the last minute that want to see what the weather's going to do.
I bet the weather is a lot of the reason people are waiting.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, Daniel, thank you for being on the show. I sure appreciate it.
Okay. Oh, so one other thing I'll add: if anybody's made it this far, if you can use a coupon code when you register. It's GOAT24, and that'll give you $5 off.
Very nice. So that knocks it down from 40 to 35.
Correct.
So it's a great value and a great time.
Oh yeah, very very good value for what you're getting.
Yeah. Well, Daniel, thank you for being on Let Out the Clutch. Sir, good to see you. And
thank you, Tim.
Really congratulations on the new baby.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I got my hands full.
You do. All right, Daniel, thank you very much, and you have a good night.
You too. Thank you, sir.
Bye.